Listen to me. If you are sitting there right now, looking at your bank statements, looking at your credit card bills, and you are feeling this heavy, sinking pit in your stomach because you realize you have been riding the credit card float, we need to talk. We need to talk right now because this is a financial trap that will absolutely destroy your retirement if you do not fix it today. Let's define exactly what this is, because a lot of you are doing it and you don't even know the name for it. The credit card float is that dangerous game where you are using your credit card to pay for your daily living expenses, your groceries, your utilities, your gas, and then, when the bill comes due, you pay the statement balance in full. You look at that and you say, Susie, I'm fine. I pay my balance in full every single month. I don't pay a penny of interest. I'm winning. No, you are not winning. You are teetering on the edge of a cliff. Riding the float means you are using next month's income, or next month's Social Security check, or next month's retirement distribution to pay for last month's obligations. You are living a month behind your money. The only reason you are surviving is because the credit card company gives you a grace period between the day you swipe that card and the day the bill is actually due. That grace period is the float. And you are drowning in it. Why is this a terrifying problem for someone who is retired or about to retire? Because your income is fixed. When you were working, maybe you could count on a bonus or a raise or a little overtime to bail you out if things got tight. But in retirement, that shovel is gone. You have a fixed bucket of money. If you are relying on next month's check to pay for the food you ate 3 weeks ago, you have zero margin for error. What happens when life happens? And let me tell you, life always happens. What happens when the air conditioner breaks down? What happens when you have a medical emergency, or the car needs a brand new transmission, or property taxes skyrocket? If an unexpected expense hits you while you are riding the float, the whole house of cards collapses. Suddenly, you cannot pay that statement balance in full anymore. Suddenly, you are forced to carry a balance. And the moment you carry a balance, that beautiful interest-free grace period vanishes into thin air. You are instantly slapped with 20%, 25%, or 28% interest compounded daily. On a fixed income, that is a quick, agonizing slide into permanent, suffocating debt. The fear keeping you awake at night isn't just about the numbers. It's the fear of losing your independence. You worked 40 years to enjoy your retirement, not to become a slave to a plastic card. You are terrified that if you stop using the card, you won't have enough cash in your checking account to buy groceries the next day. You feel trapped because your liquid cash is entirely tied up paying off the ghost of last month's spending. So the question you are asking me is, Susie, how do I break the cycle? How do I repay the float and get my head above water without starving? You do it with an aggressive, deliberate plan. You have to actively choose to stop borrowing from your future self. Your very first actionable takeaway is to figure out exactly how deep you are in this float. Look at your online banking today. Look at your current checking account balance. Now, look at the total current balance on your credit card, not just the statement balance, but every single pending charge you have swiped up to this exact minute. If your credit card balance is higher than the cash sitting in your checking account, you are in the float. The difference between those two numbers is exactly how much money you need to find to repay the float. That is your target. Now, how do you pay it back? You have two choices, depending on how much cushion you have left. If you are fortunate enough to have emergency savings sitting in a high-yield savings account or a money market fund, you use it. I know, it hurts to pull money out of savings. You're going to say, but Susie, that's my safety net. Let me tell you something. If you owe money on that card for current living expenses, your savings are an illusion. You're protecting a savings balance by accumulating a silent debt on your card. Use a portion of your savings to fund your credit card category completely, so that the cash in your checking account matches the total balance of the card. Boom. Done. You have repaid the float, you are caught up, and you are now spending money you actually own. But what if you don't have those savings? What if things are tight? Then you have to use the deliberate slowdown method. You cannot pay the statement balance in full this month, because doing so empties your checking account and forces you to swipe the card again just to eat. Listen to me closely. You are going to take a step back. This month, you are only going to pay the minimum payment, or a little bit more than the minimum on that card. I know that goes against everything you've heard, but hear me out. You must stop using the credit card immediately. Put it in a drawer. Freeze it in a block of ice. If you keep swiping, you are pouring water into a leaking bucket. You have to transition to spending only the cash you currently have in your account. Yes, because you didn't pay the statement balance in full, you might owe a small amount of interest for a month or two. View that interest as the tuition fee for your financial freedom. It is a temporary cost to build a cash wall between your past expenses and your future income. Once your checking account is funded enough that you can pay for your daily life with existing cash, every single dollar of surplus income you receive goes directly toward wiping out that remaining credit card balance. You cut back on absolutely everything unnecessary until that card is at zero. No restaurants, no impulse shopping, no unnecessary subscriptions. You treat this like the financial emergency it is. You will know you have officially repaid the float when you can look at your bank account and see that you have enough cash to cover all your upcoming bills for the month. And you have enough cash sitting there to pay off the entire credit card balance simultaneously if you wanted to. That is what true liquid freedom looks like. Do not let the credit card companies float your lifestyle on a fixed income. Repay the float, secure your cash, and protect your peace of mind. Because you deserve a secure, debt-free retirement.